News. I believe this will be an extremely important video. I don't know how we missed this. We just found, of course, HR 5123. This is incredible. So once you hear what this is, I think you might put together some things here. So first of all, HR 5123, introduced last week by Maria Salazar, Republican Congresswoman of Florida, is to direct the Secretary of the Air Force to develop and begin implementation of Operation Starfall. First of all, the name is creepy in itself. This act may be cited as American Freedom and Internet Access Act of 2021. It says not later than 45 days after the date of the enactment of this act. So within 45 days, the Secretary of the Air Force, in consultation with the Chief of Space Operation, shall develop and begin implementation of Operation Starfall, a strategic plan to deploy stratospheric balloons, aerostats, and satellite technology capable of rapidly delivering wireless internet anywhere on the planet from the stratosphere or higher. So kind of like Starlink, but within 45 days. Now, why would they need that so quickly? Just saying. And I'm not an expert on the balloons. I've looked into basic stuff on the internet balloons. They actually, from the ones I've seen, they last for a certain amount of time. They have to be launched, and then a truck has to like go and catch them wherever they land, after days or weeks or however long they last. It says, of course, it's a short bill, so it gives you that. And then it says from Fox News, Salazar's office says the bill is, quote, critical to protecting the safety and well-being of American citizens at home and abroad. It says, quote, the U.S. cannot stand by when tyrants shut off the lights and when American security is at risk. A Salazar aide told Fox News, saying that Congress, quote, must act to ensure we have a clear strategy to deploy in a time of crisis. And yet this Operation Starfall, of course, would be putting up balloons. And by the way, they're developing and implementing within 45 days. So they're putting it up. Now, you can look at this many different ways. It says the bill, according to Salazar aide, would have both domestic and foreign policy functions, noting that the strategic plan could also be deployed in the United States and in the wake of floods, hurricanes, or wildfire devastation when local communications infrastructure is disabled. Now, again, if you look at this, there's many different ways to look at this as far as why would they need internet launched within 45 days, and why would they need a system that is completely separate from our current infrastructure to basically get communications infrastructure like this. Some have a couple of views on this. Again, there's a view that this would be put in play like if they needed to cut the internet for any reason before some sort of big event, and that they would still need to use it. There is, of course, a disaster happening and them being able to continue actually communicating, or a WW3 situation where, of course, we have an EMP or something hit us and knock out our power. I just want to repeat one more time that quote. I don't know if you caught that, but Salazar's office says the bill, of course, it says the U.S. cannot stand by when tyrants shut off the lights and when American security is at risk. So what do you think that this is for? That's what their official statement is regarding this bill, and it's to be enacted within 45 days. So again, and developed. What do you think that's for? Now, with everything that's happening, the U.S. is basically in the biggest hole it's been in. Not to mention inflation and CV and everything else that's going on. You, of course, have our foreign policy. The entire world is looking at us, staring at us, saying, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And then, of course, we just armed a certain faction. So again, I hope that everybody looks at this and just asks question. Again, we will link our sources for the people that go sources, please. We will have those official sources down below, and then go to marfooglenews.com. If you want to protect yourself against an EMP or a possible EMP, or even a CME, I would highly recommend going to, again, marfooglenews.com/EMP shield. It is the same way that they are trying to protect themselves. It's what they're setting up. Basically, I think it's smart to see what they're doing and not advertising and do the same thing. So again, we'll put that down below. Why would they need to launch balloons and all of these systems to have internet anywhere in the world within 45 days? Again, that's pretty much what Starlink was. Can they not wait for Starlink? Just saying. And we're about, what, 11 days or 10 days from a big kind of date. So who knows? Just saying. That's my opinion. All right, guys, I hope this gets shared out. Again, HR 5123, Maria Salazar, if you need to look that up yourself without going to our website. All right, guys, have a good day. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out.